Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. The new musical Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Times of the Temptations, has come to Broadway's Imperial Theatre, and we're here on opening night to celebrate with the company.
I never thought I'd be in a show where I'm in every scene of the show. I never thought that that would ever happen to me, but that's where we are. And, at the end of it, you're spent, but it's worth it because the story is just so good. The response from the audience, the audience, the energy we get from them, it's electrifying, and it gives us the energy that we need to do this very, very taxing show sometimes.
When you took your bow tonight, what was that like for you? What were you thinking?
My family was to my right. And every step that I've ever taken on that stage and to get to that stage is because they put me here and because they loved me and because they pushed me and told me I could. And to finally bow in that moment in front of them, I don't have words for it. It's full circle. Again, it's like a godly timing. And so much of what I've dreamt of and beyond what I could have ever dreamt just manifested in that moment.
I didn't necessarily grow up with the Temptations. This is my parents' music, my grandparents' music. So I just learned these men had to sacrifice so much to be who they are, to be who they are and get where they got. Their music was in the middle of the civil rights movement, so they were very charged on both ends of the spectrum. So just to talk with Otis, the last original Temptation, and to hear stories about what they went through, the questions they had, the risks they took, has just been very special. And I will hold this project and those moments with me forever.
What I love about Melvin was that he and I are similar. He's loving, he's courageous, he's generous. He was, life of the party. He was goofy. And that's me all in real life. So, portraying him was just a pleasure, and I get to do it 2 times because I play him on Motown the Musical as well. So, to bring him to life again, I'm just so happy.
I had no idea that they went through so much. They went through a lot with the relationship problems that they had externally and the relationship problems within the group, but there was also the alcoholism and the drugs, and I had no idea because we only know about them as these iconic men that we have put up like this, and they were human. They were human people that deal with the same things that a lot of us deal with on a day-to-day basis.
I'm one of many who have been involved with the show since the workshop, which was 2 years ago. And we'd be in rehearsal and they would say, well, on the day, this is how this is going to happen. And on the day, and I said tonight, we have finally reached the day. The day is here. It's amazing.
I play Dennis Edwards, and to portray this electrifying man, it is truly a blessing. It's truly a blessing. And to be able to lift him up in this way and to keep his spirit alive, I couldn't ask for anything else.
Playing Berry Gordy, what is that like?
I must admit it's a bit terrifying. He's such a high, standard in our community. But I feel blessed, and he has been very gracious and very appreciative for the effort that we have given in the cause of promoting this history in the way it should be.
Shelley Berger, in the midst of everything that Barry and Otis and all of them created, Shelley also helped make some magic happen, and his story is in a lot of ways unsung, and again, totally genuinely, it's an honor to play him because he was incredibly important to Motown and the Temptations.
Play the piano too in the show?
In my audition, Des said, can you dance? And I said, next question. And then he said, I heard you play keyboard. And I said, I do play keyboard. So they had to find a place for me somewhere.
We've been doing this since the beginning, since the very beginning.
First reading, January
9th of 2017.
And now look, it's opening night on Broadway.
On the day, what Sergio would call whenever we were rehearsing in the workshop, he would say, okay, and on the day.
And on the day.
And
we have gone the day. Today is the day.
And Temptations was in my house for Christmas, for Easter, for road trips. We always were listening to the Temptations. So it only makes sense. I even remember in high school, we had a chance to write a paper on anything we wanted to. And I wrote my paper on Motown and really embodied and talked about the Temptations. So it only makes sense that when I heard about this, I was like, how can I be a part? How can I be a part?
How excited are you to be working with Sergio Trujillo on this show?
It's amazing. We worked together on a lot of things, so this whole show was collaborated by both of us, and we had a lot of nuances from New Edition the Jacksons and incorporate it with the Temptations style, but wanted to pay homage, but also make it something that the kids would also enjoy too.
Until I started working on it, I didn't know all of the controversy, the political controversy, and that was the thing that attracted me to the story so much, because we don't think of them as a political group, you know, but that felt really right now. That's what we're going through right now as a nation, as artists, you know, and so for me, I was excited to learn that, and also just getting to know Otis. You know, he feels like he's like somebody in my family, you know, and he takes care of us, and that surprised the heck out of me, that he was so generous.
What's tonight like for you?
A dream come true. Dream come true, absolutely. I mean, I can't believe that my younger self would be standing here right now. So, dream come true.
You got the legacy robe today, right? Tell us.
I did. I've been waiting 20 years. It's like been on my bucket list forever to win the legacy robe, gypsy robe, AKA, you know. And my uncle Don Cornelius, actually the creator of Soul Train, I just feel like because he introduced me to the Temptations, that this is sort of like a coming of circles for me, you know. I'm winning the legacy robe, I'm in this hit show, and I hope a hit, and you know, it's great, and I feel like I'm paying homage to him and to the Temptations too. It's great.